to vote. So to give him 75, but we have $900,000 going to bigger player. I know the background on that one because I have that document.
Let me just, because I think what Gerald's talking about is Mr. Hardwick served on the Planning and Zoning Board also. And I don't know if that's...
But no, beyond that, after it got beyond that, we're talking directly on the commission.
No, Hardwick wasn't on it.
No. I'm not saying Mr. Hardwick has to vote on the commission, but he has a friend on the commission, and that vote came up right after that.
With all due respect,
you voted against it.
I did vote against it. I did not vote for the 900,000.
So I didn't call it the other name, but you voted against it. But the main point is,
Gerald, I'm going to stop you because we can speculate, but it's hearsay.
No, I have a document.
Oh, share that. I'm all about documents.
That went from Cannon, what's his name? Who was in Seattle?
Richard Cannoni.
Went straight to my good, said the exact reason for 900,000, which was different from what they said when they came before the commission.
Yeah, I'm all about the documents. So if you got something, share it. That's what I'm all about.
Was it a loan?
Yeah, that's a bump.
Yeah, and this goes back into CRA and tax increment financing and TIF and so on and so forth. And it's a long discussion. We got 6 minutes, so I'm not going to get into it. But basically, there's a $900,000 loan if they meet certain requirements, similar to what Gerald just said, with a return on investment. It's a bad deal and it's a good deal. And it's going to take too long to explain it. I'm not going to be able to do it in 6 minutes. But let's just say that it's out there. I didn't support it when it came forward. And you're going to be living with it. But it's a loan. It's not a gift. And that's something that should be certainly elaborate. They have to pay the money back, and there's certain benchmarks that are required.
The only thing is, if you come before the public, I'm a taxpayer, and you want my money, it's cool, but tell the people the truth. That's transparent.
Well, that goes with what Tim said also, because, again, I usually will bring you documents and facts, and if we're going to talk about that issue, I'd rather have documents here to give you that. And most of you have been here when I've handed these things out, because you don't have to take my word for it. Read the document. I'm all about the document. Read the document. Mary, you showed up late, but do you have something? Anything in particular?
No, I just wanted to see what was going on and finally show my face and support.
Anything else exciting on that?
Tomorrow's going to be a lot of excitement.
After that.
You're like the reporter. He wants to know what's going on. There's always something. Listen to Talendale. There's always something. Go ahead, Kathy.
Some people might not care about this, but why don't we have recycling in the buildings?
Well, Kathy was very nice and invited me to the duo a month ago? 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago. And as I was walking around the pool deck and I was getting my thing signed like Michelle is today, basically a couple people came up to me and asked me about recycling. And what I explained to them is it's not the city has the program out there. But because she lives in a building, Mary probably has a similar issue. A lot of you live in buildings. Here's the problem. These buildings were built in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. Recycling wasn't it. So when they built these buildings, they engineered them to the minimum standards. What does that mean? Well, the dumpster room is as small as they can make it, so that way they can get more units. They don't really care about the trash. So in Cappy's building, she lives in the duo, relatively new building. I explained to them, the city would be more than happy to pick up your recyclables, but you got to have a dumpster where they're going to be. Here's the issue: are you going to get your maintenance man to go into each dumpster room and pull out the recyclables? Because now we have what's called single stream. You guys know what single stream is? Basically put everything in the one dumpster and they mechanically sort it and physically sort it at a plant. It's called single. You put everything into one can. Now No. That's not where they wanted to build that building. That's not where. No.
Wasn't it for sorting?
That's a different discussion. But real quick. At my house, I have two drums. I have the green one, the 96-gallon one, and I have the blue one, the 64. I actually have more recyclables now in my 64 than I do in my 96. But how you can save money, and this is something to think about for the buildings. We charge each building the size of your. So if you have a 5-yard, let's say you have a 10-yard dumpster, we charge you by the size of the dumpster, and we charge you how many pulls. So if we come Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we charge you X amount to pull it, and then we charge you for the 10-yarder. We could probably get you a 5-yard dumpster and probably have to only come Tuesday and Thursday. So you save because now we've reduced the volume and we've also only come twice a week. So we could save you a significant amount of money. But you just got to figure out how to get the recyclables.
But you have to pay extra for the
We
recyclable bin.
We do charge you for that,
Yeah.
but the offset.
The offset is.
The offset should be much, because the city, why do we have to charge you to do recycling? Well, we still have to pick it up.
Pick it up, right.
And we still have that effort.
I have no problem with it. It
But-
works fine for me.
But listen, we all live on this planet. We all have to do a little part. And the recyclables at some point in time, listen, we're throwing billions of dollars worth of stuff into a landfill every year. There's an opportunity to give a little bit back. You get the last word.
Right. We used to have out by the water plant recyclable dumpsters, because like I live in a building that you don't pick up our garbage. We hire an outside garbage company and they don't have recycling. So a lot of us used to take our stuff and we would bundle it up and drop it in the dumpsters over we'd take turns driving it. Now they don't do that anymore.
I'll be brief.
Which is throughout Europe. Everywhere you go, they have recyclable domed things that people can drive up and pop their stuff in.
Yeah, let me be brief because I want to get everybody out of here on time. Why did we stop doing because there was one on Three Islands also, right in front of Scavo Park. There was one at there.
Everything went in there.
Right. So what happens is, as soon as the first guy puts a chair there, it's like they multiply. Now you got a bedroom set. And from a bedroom set, you get a dining room set. From a dining room set, so what happens is it becomes uncontrollable. And that's the problem. Again, it goes back, I said earlier, common courtesy. We just don't have it. The only thing, what you can take and what I recommend you take to the Public Works is your electronic recyclables. So we do have inside, you have to they'll buzz you in. TVs, radios, anything that's not sellable that you can't recycle or something like that. But stereo equipment, all electronic recyclables, we still do collect that. And we do, and that goes back to level of service. You'll hear the mayor say, we have one of the lowest sanitation rates in the county. That's true. We also have one of the lowest service levels in the county. So they go hand in foot. We don't pick up bulk waste and we don't pick up dry goods, white goods, around the residential, which is why things tend to accumulate as soon as you see one on the side of the road. Thank you. Come tomorrow night if you can. Next month is my last monthly meeting. I'm taking the summer off because you guys have had enough of me, I'm sure. Appreciate it. And thanks, Greg, and thanks, Bruce.